Hi, my name is Sandra, and I am the Misophonia therapist. Now, in today's video, I am going to offer 4 key ways that you can have a better, happier relationship with your significant other when you yourself experience misophonia. When I carried out a bit of low-level research with around 70 people, one of the most common scenarios just seemed to be the impact of misophonia on a relationship, a close personal relationship, so with a spouse primarily or a significant other. And of course, many people, they really do love their significant other and their spouse, but they just simply cannot sleep in the same bed with them, eat with them, or even be in the same room with them for too long, especially if they are making those triggering sounds or tapping their foot or breathing loudly or just making the noise that you hate, that they probably have absolutely no idea they are making. And it could be that you have tried to explain to them that that noise really does bother you and you are not just being oversensitive, but maybe they seem sympathetic and they might try for a little while and then they just forget and it's all back to square one. So here are 4 tips, and they're very short, and I am going to do some longer content in the next couple of weeks, specifically aimed at people who have misophonia, and it is really negatively impacting their relationship. Okay, so here is the first tip. When you communicate, try to do it when you're calm. And I know it's easier said than done, but if you choose a time to talk to your significant other, your spouse, particularly when you want to talk about the impact of the noise or noises they are making on your well-being, because it's just really making you feel so angry, filled with rage, disgust, the key trigger emotions, the complete opposite of feeling calm. But the best time to discuss this with your partner is when you are already calm, not when you're being triggered. Because when you're calm, you are more likely to be able to get your point across clearly. And simply by being calm, chances are your significant other will also be calm as well. Number 2, our significant others might not understand what misophonia is or why we feel the way we feel when they make these sounds. So it's important to try to help them learn more about misophonia and that you are not being unreasonable or oversensitive. So by calmly explaining how certain noises make you feel when you are already calm, not when you're being triggered, and then giving them some information about misophonia might help them to understand the condition a little better. And there are some great websites that you can direct them to. So the Misophonia Institute, Misophonia International, Sounds Like Misophonia, Allergic to Sound. These are all ones that I have found very useful and helpful. And number 3, see if you can focus on creating happiness in your relationship in ways that don't involve the risk that you will hear the trigger sound. And I know it's hard. So if your partner, significant other, loves you and wants to support you, they will hopefully be open to suggestions, making adaptations, perhaps just making suggestions where you can both be together doing things that you enjoy, where the risk of hearing the sound is minimized. And of course, you might not be at the stage where you can sleep in the same bed or eat a meal together, unfortunately, until perhaps you take action to deal with your misophonia. But at the moment, if you're finding it hard, just see if you can focus on activities that don't involve being exposed to the trigger quite so much. And number 4, I know it's hard, but from some of the people I spoke to who did have happy marriages in spite of having misophonia, there were 4 key principles. Okay, so humor, patience, understanding, and creativity. These were all essential ingredients in helping the clients I spoke to have far happier, better relationships in spite of misophonia. Injecting a little humor into the situation can go a long way, as does patience. So I hope these tips helped in some way. And of course, I'm literally just scratching the surface of a big subject. I am going to come back in the next couple of weeks with a lot more content around relationships. And if you yourself are in a relationship and you're happy, but you're just constantly being triggered by your spouse, significant other, partner, then maybe it's time to start thinking about getting some help. And of course, if you want to ask me any questions, you're very welcome to just drop me a DM. Then feel free to ask me any questions, or perhaps contact me to jump on a call where I can explain a little bit more about how I could help you. And I hope that was useful and interesting. And I'll be back very soon. Bye for now.